I'm Quita.
I'm Juicy.
I'm Mohoney.
And I'm Illy Rose.
And we are the Smokin Sisters.
Hi, you guys. It's the Smokin Sisters again. First and foremost, you guys need to make sure that y'all comment, like, subscribe, and share to our video. We're going to kick this video off by taking a drink for all of our essential workers, police officers, firefighters, EMTs, all that, mailmen, all that, okay? I'm sipping on some Sprite because I had me, one of those nights. Y'all ready, girls?
Yeah.
Woo.
Woo! That Sprite looks so good.
Man, that Sprite hit the spot. Ain't nothing stronger than McDonald's Sprite, though.
Okay.
So
That's true. And their Hawaiian punch, of course.
Wow.
Okay, so today we're going to jump into the topic on a young lady named Breonna Taylor from Kentucky. She was shot during a botched house raid by the police. So unfortunately, this young lady, she was shot 8 times and was killed in her home. Her and her boyfriend, they were sleeping in bed, and police basically, boom, right through the front door. Her boyfriend, Kenneth, he jumped up, of course, thinking that their house was being broken into, called the police, grabbed his gun. Immediately, he blasted, started shooting, and they retaliated back with 20 shots. And that's how she was shot 8 times, of course. So we just want to shine a little light, as a lot of things aren't talked about as much as they should be. And we just want to see what you all think while also addressing what we think about the whole situation.
and let's not forget that Kenneth is now in jail. They're trying to charge him with attempted murder to a police officer. And
Which is totally unfair.
let's not forget that the person that they was looking for was already in custody at the time that all this took place. So we are sending a prayer out to both families. I know it's really hard for them. I can only imagine. So prayers to you guys.
Like, I just want to touch on the fact that the young man, first of all, is being charged with attempted murder of a police officer.
Mm-hmm.
But the police is being held accountable for anything. Nothing. Not the fact that
on a reassignment. That's all that's happening with them.
I don't feel like that's enough. And I do feel like they're being too harsh on Kenneth. Attempted murder of a police officer. They act like he literally meant to shoot a cop.
Right. Especially when somebody coming in your crib unannounced, you automatically gonna be at alarm.
Hello, and I don't know how the gun law works in Kentucky, but here in Illinois, if he has a concealed to carry as long in a FOIA card, I don't understand what.
You know what? I think they did say that he had all his stuff and that the gun that he shot with was actually registered and stuff to him. But I'm gonna read back up on it, but I'm pretty sure.
How was he supposed to know that they were police officers? Like, oh, okay, don't shoot. If they were in regular clothes, they had no body cams on. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So it don't sound right to me. It really don't.
It's sad. And I hate to be the person that's like all police officers are the same. I hate being, because it's not. It's not. I met some really great police officers during my time in school and just in my life in general. And they're not. They just have that statistic against them now just because of everything that's going on. But it is.
I want to know, this warrant that they had to go into these people's house, what was it for? What was the warrant for? I don't know if I overlooked that, but I don't understand what the warrant was for.
They were doing a drug investigation, so pretty much it was supposed to be a drug bust.
But neither of them had drug history. So
house for a drug bust.
Mm-hmm. And it's so sad. Like, this baby was 26, I want to say.
Yeah.
I think she was 26 or 27, yeah.
She was so young, and like listening to her family, like she was already a part-time nurse. She was working on becoming a full-time nurse. He works for the U.S. Postal Office. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're not bad people.
Yeah.
Neither one of them got a record. I just really hope, like, I know we can't bring Breonna back, but I just really hope that the boyfriend gets out. Like, all charges need to be dropped against him, in my opinion. Because he was doing what he knew how to do, protect himself and protect his home and protect his girlfriend.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly. And shout out to him. Definitely.
It's just been so much going on, and I think everything is highlighted because majority of everyone is at home. We don't have anything to do, and it's just like it's so much stuff going on. Like, all down my timeline, I just been seeing deaths. I don't know if it's corona related or is it just wrong timing, because we're stuck in the house and it may look like a lot of people dying because we on social media more, and it's just crazy right now.
Honestly, I feel like even if he didn't shoot, they were gonna shoot.
True.
I'm gonna be honest.
Especially
I really
because
feel like they were gonna shoot anyway. That just gives them motive because he shot. It gives them motive. It's like when the police, when they shoot, they're aggressive regardless. When it's our skin color, they're aggressive regardless. I watch enough First 48, enough Chicago PD, and enough other police shows to know that the code of blue have a protocol when it comes to skin color. I've seen it numerous times, and it's not like it's just a coincidence that it's being written that way in TV shows. Like, they learning this from somewhere.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So if they're portraying it to look that way on TV, it's like, come on, y'all. This is obviously how it works in real life.
That's a fact.
Like, it's sad. It's unfortunate. And honestly, it really needs to stop. Like, I feel like sometimes these police officers are nothing but like slave trainers with fucking badges. Excuse my language. You understand what I'm saying? Like, first of all, their approach is always so aggressive. It doesn't matter what they're pulling you over for. I've been pulled over for a simple expired registration sticker. Cop aggressive when he walk into the damn door. It's like, what's up?
Right.
I ain't did nothing wrong.
Like, we understand that
it's just a sticker.
You're an authority of the law, but dang, like.
Again, I'm not making excuses, but taking a few criminal justice class, I had a police officer as one of my teachers, and I asked him, like, why is that? And I get both sides, like, I really do. You have to understand that by them approaching your car, they're already scared for their life because they don't know what you're capable of. So I get that whole point, but at the same time, it's just like, why be so aggressive with me, but then turn around and somebody else get pulled over for the same exact thing that's not African American, and they get lenient.
And you feel perfectly fine to approach their car.
Exactly.
When everybody is capable of doing, wrong things.
Yeah.
Being bad people, whatever the case may be. But I mean, the rules of the road is the sirens come on, you get pulled over. Like, everybody knows that. Everybody knows when you get pulled over, a police is going to come to your door. So regardless if you think it's going to be, you fearing for your life, it's your job. It's in your job description. And we all know you getting pulled over. Okay, let me pull over. Let me get my license. Oh, I might don't have a license. So I just don't see that as an excuse that they fear in their life.
At this point,
doing their job,
they should be trained properly on how to be. I'm gonna just say it: how to be fearless in these situations. Like, you're not supposed to just automatically assume that somebody is dangerous. Like, what type of profession is this? Like, we looking at you for safety. You feel me?
Exactly, and we don't feel safe anytime we're in their presence.
Exactly.
Granted, to Jasmine's point, yeah, we've met some great cops, but unfortunately, the cops that are the aggressive ones and the unfair ones make that hard for them.
Facts.
That's unfortunate, because it's like, granted, you a great cop, you awesome, but at the end of the day, you on their side.
Yep.
Simple. Code
And
blue,
then it's
right?
like they have, like, you know how it's the bro code? They have a code where if we all cops and I do something wrong and y'all know I did it wrong, y'all cannot say to the public or to the media that I was in the wrong, because then it's jeopardizing y'all life and y'all job. They have a code, and most officers don't agree with it. Some officers do speak out on it and end up getting in trouble. But I just want to say to African American men especially, because we need y'all, and I love my Black men.
Love them.
Please, if y'all get pulled over, just obey. So that way, once it's said and done, you're able to tell your story as to what happened.
Yep.
Like, I am so scared for my son to grow up and something like that was to happen to him. Like, so Black men, just please obey.
Not even just obey, but educate yourself on the system. Educate yourself on these.
So you know your rights. You
exactly.
know your rights.
Educate yourself.
Absolutely.
Because I done seen many videos on Facebook where these police officers were trying to, let me search your car. Like, no, do you have a warrant to search my car? And it's just, okay, you already aggressive, enough for me, and I'm a Black man. Let me go ahead and search your car. And boom, there you go. You done planted some in my fucking car. When I got kids, when, I got a great job. The only thing is just my skin color. You feel me?
I mean, it's very important that we know the law, like, but still, I just want y'all to be careful.
My brother,
Women too.
Yeah.
We can't forget about Sandra Bland. Like, women too. Be careful.
And granted, I know that we can be angry at the cops sometimes, but honestly, y'all, it's the right way is not to just pop off at the cops. Because I've seen some people that's so angry at the cops that they just instantly, like, not saying that you need to be nice or anything, but accordingly is how you need to act. Just act accordingly. Because it's just too much, because they're killing us and blaming our deaths on us.
Sure. I remember my
And
brother
that's what
got into a situation. This was years ago. He was driving down Butterfield, going towards York Road, and he got pulled over. It was like Labor Day or Memorial Day or something, and they had planted drugs in the car and took him to jail. And to this day, that officer does not work for them anymore. They fired him because they knew he planted that stuff in the car.
He was probably doing
a lot great that he got justice, though.
Yeah, that was God, baby. That's
what I'm saying. Like, just obey to be able to tell your story. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they was to shoot you because you're not obeying, how are we supposed to know your story besides what they say?
Right.
So just be careful, so that way you can tell your story. You can be heard.
But what about the people who do obey and still lose? Like Breonna and her boyfriend. They didn't have a chance to obey or whatever. They were literally violated, and they just
they own home. Yeah. The next subject we're going to talk about is the jogger. So y'all can take over from here because I just got a lot to say.
Okay, so pretty much, what happened was, I guess a young man was jogging, and a guy, and I believe it was his son, right?
Yeah.
It was his son. They pretty much hunted this man down as another man. I don't know if that was their neighbor or whoever. He was recording the whole thing. They didn't call the police. They didn't tell them to stop, doing it. And they pretty much shot the guy dead. And my heart goes out to his mom, his family. That was unfair and on so many levels. But yeah.
I just want to say, of course, it's just another senseless killing due to racism, which unfortunately still lives on in this world we live in today. But I do want to shed light on two things. I am infuriated with every part of that video, from the men that killed him to the man that recorded it. I don't care if you felt like you had no parts and you just so happened to have been at the right place at the right time. You didn't call the police. You didn't help him, and you rather record him being annihilated on camera. You are just as much as a monster as the people that killed him. That's one thing. And for anybody that believes that it was just something that happened, just so happened to have happened, this young white guy, don't know his name, but same neighborhood, he put a TV on his shoulders and ran through that same neighborhood. He said nobody bothered him. Nobody stopped him. He could have been stealing that TV out of someone's house. Nobody stopped him. Nobody said anything to him. Nobody questioned where the hell he got the TV from. Nobody asked why he was running down the street with a TV. He just went along his way. So for him to do that experiment to prove that it was a racial thing, it just saddens me to know that we live in this world. Like, this is our reality.
The guy that recorded the video was the neighbor of the father and the son that killed the man.
So he was in on it.
He's trying to clear his name by saying he wasn't in on it. He said he wasn't in on it, which is supposedly why he put the video out there, because he's trying to clear his name by saying he wasn't in on it. But you waited too long to put the video out there.
Exactly. It happened way in February.
And you just put the video out there. It's sad. It is sad. It's scary. It's so scary. Because you just never know what you could be doing. And really, I have to catch myself because I'm real flip at the mouth. And I was at Target around when we had to wear the mask. It was mandatory. And I didn't have my mask. So as I'm putting one on, this white lady comes to me and say, maybe you should have your mayor buy your mask. I don't know if she thought because I was Black, I was from the city. But baby, I stayed right around the block from you.
Your mayor ain't buying you masks.
So I turned around and I was like, you know what? You're absolutely right. I should have lit Target up that day because that was the day everybody made me mad. But
that's called growth.
Growth. It's just so sad how, like, African Americans, like, we've been through so much, and the fact that we are still labeled, we're still limited to certain things. We can't say or do certain things in the public. Like, it's not fair. And I understand life not fair. I do understand that we will never be equal to other races. However, we are, what am I trying to say? We're different, and we're different for a reason. And it's time for us to start standing up and using our voices and start to make a change. It's really time for us to start coming together and stop being against each other. Because the more we're against each other, the more this
it's gonna make it
racism.
easier for them to be against us too.
Exactly. And I understand I ain't saying we all gotta be best friends and brothers and sisters, but we need to
The
do something.
kumbaya. That's all we asking for. Look,
We need to do something as a whole.
we stronger together than we are apart.
Exactly.
We really are.
Stronger than we are apart.
But we're gonna wrap this up. We love y'all. We thank those that have subscribed. Shut up. Those that have subscribed, those that have took their time to share, those that even took their time to even watch our videos. We love you guys. We appreciate.
We love you.
We do. Oh, and please, like, we encourage that y'all comment and tell us what type of things y'all want us to talk about. Like, what y'all want to hear. Because granted, some people might be like, y'all too serious, guys. Can you show us y'all personalities in case y'all feel like we aren't sharing enough with y'all? It's okay. Comment and tell us what y'all want to hear, what y'all want us to talk about.
I promise
we can do it. We can do a little special for y'all.
the next upcoming videos are going to be a little bit more lively, but we definitely felt that we should touch bases on this stuff that's going on.
Even while we locked in the house, this stuff was going on. Granted, Ahmaud, although that happened back in, I think, March, it still happened.
Oh.
So, and it's just being talked about now, and I haven't joined. That's a problem for me.
So again, just special prayers to Breonna family and
Ahmaud's mother and his father, everybody's family.
Oh, y'all. Rest in peace, you guys.
Rest in peace.
Sad.
Sure. So on that note, you all have a great night.
Until next time.
Great week and a happy Memorial weekend. Be safe in these streets, y'all.
Y'all ready to sing our song?
I'll start it off.
Go ahead.
'Cause we are sisters.
We stick together.
We make a one big family, though we
don't look the same. My spots are different.
Different colors. Is that why you wore the shirt, Mo?
No, you know cheetah's my thing. It's not. Cheetah's my thing. I didn't even do it on purpose. Good night.
Good night. Bye, you guys.